Hi, so today I want to show you kind of how to create really, really cool emails in HubSpot, especially if you want to have a really nice background image that goes throughout your entire email. So HubSpot recently, I don't know how recent it is, but recently enough, released their drag and drop email templates. So this is how I'm going to show you how to create these amazing emails. All right, here we go. So you can see that here I have this design that I want to reproduce in HubSpot. You can see that I have this big background here, and then I have this different sections in the email. What I want to think about first before I do anything else is think about how am I going to build this in HubSpot in terms of which sections do I need. So this top part here from the top where the logo will live to right here can be one section because it's one column, and instead of my one column, I will be able to have the logo, this image here, the text, and the button. Then I'm going to want to create a new section for where this background happens here, because I want to make sure that text for this, the text that goes on this overlay actually happens on the overlay. And then I'm going to want to create a new section after this because I want to make sure that I have 3 columns for all of these, for all of this text here. And then lastly, I'm going to need one more section for this bottom right here. All right, so let's look at HubSpot. So this is the drag and drop builder. You can see that I created one section here. Here I have a space for the logo. Here I have my text. I can add a placeholder for the image here. Here you have the text. Here you have the button. As I just described, I created a new section for this text because I do want the overlay to happen here. And then a new section here because I do want the 3 column. As you can see, I can't have in the same section 1 column and then 3 columns. And then the last section is here where we have the unsubscribe links and we can add a social media profile and all of that. Okay, so now I have the structure. Now I'm going to show you how you actually create the background. Right now you have a background implemented here, but let's go ahead and show you how you actually create this background. So what I do is I take my design software and all right, and I add a background. That's not okay. All right, so what I want to do is actually keep it the same size as it was. What I want to do here is make sure that I cut this in the right places. So I'm going to go back and look at this Figma. The first section here is going to cut right in the middle of the blue stuff. That's close enough, right? So I'm just taking this artboard, making it the right size here, and then here I have this piece that stops a little bit before the blue stops. So like this one actually needs to be narrower, like that. basically what I'm doing is I'm creating one image for each section. Oh. I just want to move my artboard, not the actual art. It should do it. All right. Okay, now we need to check where this ends, right in the middle of this yellow. It's in the middle. Yeah. Like that. All right, and then we need the last artboard here. Come there. Like that. Okay. Now I have my 4 images. Now there's one thing missing is the overlay background that we have there, which is this one. Let me see if I can export it. It worked. All right. Here, I'm going to want to go ahead and make sure that it's the right size for these 2 sections. Here we go. Okay, now I have everything I need to create my background in Hubspot. So basically, I'm going to have one image for each section, and then I'm going to use them to be the background on my email. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to export screens. Call this. Okay, this is where we need to give them good names. Long email, top, long email, title, long email, shows, and long email button. All right, now I can go back to my Hubspot. And here, you can see when you select the entire section here, you can change the pattern. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and import my new pattern. No. Add an image, upload file. Long email top. Oops, I didn't select it. Here we go. You want to make sure that sometimes it's like in stretch, you don't want this. You want to make sure that you have that stretched. All right. And then you also want to make sure that you add the body color, because if the background doesn't show up if people have like images disabled, for example, and your text is white, nobody's going to see your text. So you're going to want to make sure that you add a like fallback background color. All right, here we are going to change this one the same way. Select the section, change the pattern, replace it with the appropriate one. Same thing here. And lastly, same thing here. And here you go. You have implemented this entire background here. And like the only thing I would add is that you might want to make sure your spacing is right so that you have the appropriate link up there in between each of them. All right, that's it. Now you have all your background and you can do this for any of your emails that you have.